Alright, here's a video today of a movie I watched 2 nights ago called The Dwarves of Dragon Mountain, aka The Dwarves of Demrel, which somebody making an argument that that is actually a more fitting name for this movie. This is a very low budget film with basically the plot is there's a bunch of dwarves that get caught in a mine collapse and then their subsequent survival and arbitrary conversations and ration issues and the psychological breakdown, yada yada yada. This is shown to have an IMDb score. I read about it in a Reddit where somebody's like, "Hey, I like this more than it's giving credit for." Sorry, I have to go back here. I should have had this ready. And it states, oh no, Windows 10 is messing up. No. All right. So it's giving it a 3.9 out of 10. I like the basic concept of it, 3.9 out of 10 there. And I thought, yeah, well, let me give it a shot. I got it off eBay for, like $10 or something. It came, the packaging is nice enough. It starts off with basically a CGI dragon, flying over some white capped up mountain peaks. And it looks interesting enough. The cover has a big dragon on it, of course. The dragon has nothing to do with this film. There is no dragon other than the very opening scene where it's just flying above it. Like, it has nothing to do with the film at all. It's there for about 15 seconds at the beginning, just flying, and that's it. Dwarves don't talk about it. They don't reference it. Nothing. I would have to agree with this rating, IMDb rating. It was okay enough. I like mining kind of areas because of the films, because of the claustrophobia they often bring, and I actually come from a town that has a lot of mines, and I've been, I went into a lot of mines just exploring and being just a bored, dumb kid when I was younger. But yeah, if you see this on the shelf at like your local thrift store or a pawn shop and you can get it cheap enough, give it a shot. Maybe you'll enjoy it and think it's better than I did. I wasn't blown away by it. Not to trigger Jerry Seinfeld or anything. I thought it was decent enough. Would I ever watch it again? No. Uh, the the picture quality was pretty bad. There was a lot of watching it on my television. It was just a lot of film grain. Um, there was like a creature that's introduced into the story. First of all, it's hard to even like there you're trying to figure out what's going on with these guys, and there's not really like a coherent story. It's just like bits and pieces, and you're trying to like add it all together. Uh, the film it's filmed so dark that like some of the like two of the characters I like keep getting confused with who was which one was which, and it was okay. It could have been. It's one of these movies that could have been a lot better even with a minimalistic like setting and plot line. It could have still been done a lot better in my opinion. Again, no dragon. I keep looking at that dragon. And the ending was kind of like, it just seemed like the ending was like, okay, that's it, we're out of money, okay, let's wrap this up. But yeah, I think Amazon also has this listed at a 3.5 out of 5. So yeah, you can see the ratings here from usually my telltale, if you watched any of the other videos, I add the 5 and 4-star together to get my percentage, and this is not even reaching 60% with both those, so that is a clear indicator. Plus, as you can see, just double digits on each one going down, with the 17 at the bottom of 1 star is not a good sign. Usually almost 20% of people say it's atrocious. I can understand every star rating on there. Maybe not so much 5. I would give it a 3 personally. I don't think it warranted a 4-star. Maybe like 3.5. But yeah, let me like I've done in other ones, I guess I'll show you what the I don't know if there was any extra features on this. By the time it was over, I'm like, okay, let me watch something else I have on it. I think I was watching the Shannara Chronicles at the time, and I'm like, yeah, let me eject this thing. And all right, come on. Speaking of eject, there we go. And speaking of Shannara Chronicles, still in the process of watching season 2 of that, and I'm really liking that show. I don't get the hate on that. A lot of hate seems to be coming that way. I was just reading that Dark Matter, the Dark Matter TV show, they canceled that to throw more budget towards Shannara Chronicles. I don't know if that's true or not. Oh yeah, and of course with this, the ads look great quality. And then and there's just a ton of ads. It's like this stinker movie. Yeah, that's all you see of the dragon right there. Yeah. And then that's it. Yeah, there's no making of or any extra features. It's and this you'll look at this and you go, oh, looks pretty cool, huh? And this is kind of like right up my alley, this kind of stuff. But like I said, if you find it at the local thrift store or you get it cheap, yeah, give it a shot. You might it'll go into my sci-fi fantasy collection. It'll find a room on the shelf in there, or maybe on the secondary shelf of my secondary favorites. But all right, this is already too long. Bye bye.